Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Art. I want to talk about a different kind of video. This is Sunday morning. I did a video. I woke up at 6:30, and I was thinking about doing this video earlier before my new comic book day review because I touched about this a little bit during that review. But then what happened was, in the midst of all that, I realized I was 45 minutes in. It would have been like an hour video. And I'm like, whoa. And plus, there's a lot of things that YouTube would definitely take down. I'll post it, and then within a couple hours, YouTube would snap that up and say, you said some things. We're taking the video down. And I don't feel like fighting YouTube on this. So let's do this again. Checking off boxes for representation. Is it good? Is it bad? It's your decision. Representation is important because it makes sure people see somebody like themselves. That's the idea behind it. It's not a quote unquote SJW thing. Okay. You know, if you can see yourself in somebody, then it's representation of yourself. Now, but the way how you do it is a totally different thing. A friend of mine, he's a bodybuilder. He doesn't compete, but he works out. Arnold Schwarzenegger is his hero. Dorian Yates is his hero. These are big time bodybuilders from the 80s and 90s. And he technically worshipped them. So that was his representation of them. Of course, he's Italian. I think he is. Or he's Irish. But anyway, when I was younger, my favorite character still to this day is Spider-Man. My dad my dad grew up during the Civil Rights Movement. Okay. So his way of thinking, one day he's in segregation, the next day he's in the Civil Rights Movement, and the next day everybody's equal. But his way of thinking is still back in segregation and Civil Rights Movement. So in his mind, he's not a total free person. So he had some viewpoints on this. He didn't mind the fact that I like Spider-Man. He just wished there was some black heroes as well. Then we found Luke Cage Power Man. And every time he found something about Luke Cage Power Man, he made sure he bought it. For me. So I could see a black superhero. But then again, those checkbox, whether you're a minority superhero, alternative lifestyle superhero, if it's not done right, it's not going to be part of the forefront. You're sitting in the back. For example, in the 80s, Alpha Flight was a very hot comic book. North Star was one of those hot characters. That person has an alternative lifestyle. He's still a second class character. Second tier character. He's second tier character. Never in the forefront. No one cares. You know, tell you the truth, okay. You know, they're doing a whole bunch of characters right now. For example, in Marvel right now, there was a group called Agents of Atlas, which is technically a Asian style superhero group. Okay. Some of those books are hit and miss. Get a little niche, hit and miss, whatever. Shang-Chi is coming to theaters. Shang-Chi is coming to theaters, but his comic book doesn't sell that well. To a certain extent. Shang-Chi's a great character. Problem is he popular enough to carry like that? Not really. Same thing with Black Panther. Black Panther was one of the biggest Marvel movies ever. No one really buys the Black Panther comic book. No one really does. Is it because he's not written well, or is it because those check boxes don't sell very well? One of the reasons why, because Tim Drake came out as an alternative lifestyle character. So the idea is that it's easier to, in my opinion, it's easier to take an established person, slap on an alternative lifestyle credit to themselves, because people like this character. So this character gets slapped with a checkbox, as I call it. People are more receptive to it, or her. Don't know yet, because that Tim Drake's Robin character doesn't have his own book, as far as I know. He's still part of the Batman mythos, important part of the Batman mythos, but it just came out recently. So have I read the story? No, not yet. One of the books last year, Future State, the original Green Lantern, Alan Scott, comes out as an alternative lifestyle character. He has a family. But then again, a lot of people like that during that time, they created families, and then sooner or later in life, they say, I gotta be who I am, and boom. Oh my God. Really? Okay. Why don't you create somebody new and improved and do all this? Okay. Gotcha. Want to create somebody new? Great. Marvel created this character called America Chavez. Checkbox. The name itself, checkbox. Alternative lifestyle, checkbox. Got a new book, checkbox. How well does it sell? Good, interesting idea for a character, but character don't sell books. DC did the same thing. Batwoman took an old concept of Batwoman from the 50s, which was supposed to be a love interest for Batman, because they wanted to make sure Batman was not an alternative lifestyle person. They dropped that idea because Batgirl became more popular. Batwoman, loosely tied to Bruce Wayne. Military background. I know some people say women in the military. I understand. And tell you, some of the women that I've seen that have military backgrounds, I'm like, how in the world did you pass the military? I don't understand that. But that's my thinking. Not every woman's like that. But anyway, case in point. Becomes Batwoman. Has an alternative. And the fun thing is, a certain group champion this book because of the alternative lifestyle character. In the big scheme of things, out of all the Batman titles, that was the bottom of the barrel. Nowadays, they had Future State, there was a new Batman. Bruce Wayne died, and there was a new Batman came up, Tim Fox, who's the son of Lucius Fox, who's like me. He becomes Batman. Unbeknownst to everybody, that Bruce Wayne still is Batman, and he survived. They meet up, of course. Now he has a little side story called I Am Batman, because they're pushing him to be the new Batman. He was somebody else. He was part of the Batman family for a little bit, but I can't remember what his name was. Bat Signal or something. Batwing or something. But from what I heard, the story is okay. Swapping genders or anything else. The Flash TV show, swap. Spider-Man TV show, movie, swap. I'm trying to be very careful so that way YouTube don't take this down. The problem is, these are TV shows and movies, which is a separate universe from the comics, so that's okay. Titans TV show is separate from the comic books. That Sapphire is swapped. Okay, that's fine. It works great for the TV show, but it's not great for the comic. Okay. Some people want source material to be exactly like the comic book. Case in point, Masters of the Universe. Teela looks like a man. Okay. Now, does she look like a man to me? No, she don't. She's still a woman. The problem is she's just muscular. Something wrong with that? I wonder. Look at the United States gymnastics team. Look at the United States gymnastics team. A lot of those women are very muscular because they have to lift their own body weight. Pound for pound, they're more stronger than most men. Simone Biles, very beautiful woman. Very beautiful woman. Very muscular. Her shoulders, she has broad shoulders. But you won't look at her like a man. You can say, oh, she's a woman. But Teela looks like a woman because she has a square jawline. Some women do have manly features. Coffee, yo. Not tea, but coffee. Some women have manly features. Some will have the man hands or the facial features of a square jaw and all this other stuff. That happens. I used to be heavily into bodybuilding, lifting weights and all, and exercising and all that other stuff. Get all the magazines, see all the fitness models. Well, they're fitness models. Look at the female bodybuilders. They have more testosterone. The more testosterone you have in your system, the more women, the more testosterone they have in their system, they take on manly-like features because testosterone is a big proponent of men. Trust me, some of those girls are jacked. And I'm like, that girl's cute. I like that. I like that. I have no problems with that. To me, that's cute. That's beautiful. To some people, oh my God, she's hideous. Okay, that's fine. Think about that. Are you going to tell that person, are you going to tell that woman who's bodybuilding, who's lived more than you, that she ain't no woman? Are you going to tell her that? No. So, for Teela in the Masters of the Universe TV show, to show that she's a very strong woman, yeah, okay. There's two different types of strong. The Queen of Eternia is a strong-willed woman. So is Teela. But the Queen of Eternia uses her strengths in different ways. Teela uses physical force, which makes sense. The new What If TV show. I have not seen it yet, but Peggy Carter is the new Captain America or Captain Britain or whatever. She's British, so why would she be Captain America? I have no idea. Maybe she's Captain Britain. I don't know. But it's based off of the Marvel movies. What did the super soldier formula did to Steve Rogers? Steve Rogers was a frail-looking man. He was a short, frail-looking man. He was like, if you saw the movie, he was short and frail. Super soldier, he gets pumped full of super soldier form. 6 foot, big, ripped. All right. What do you think that's going to do to her? Common sense. It's common sense, Brett. Just think about it. See, the problem is that people look and they want to react to stuff. But the problem is that do you actually support the stuff that you're complaining about? You want to hear something? Aquaman. Yes, the Aquaman. Jason Momoa plays Aquaman in the movies. No contest. No quips. No arguments. Why is that? Because he's a thirst trap. No one complains about that. Even my friend, I said, well, what do you think about Jason Momoa as Aquaman? He had to stop and think about it. My friend, my coworker. He had to stop and think about it because he's talking about they're remaking the Little Mermaid and having a black person play it. I said, okay, what about The Wiz from the 70s? Look it up. Michael Jackson, the Jackson 5 was part of The Wiz. Diana Ross was part of The Wiz. All that. Look it up. It happens. Same thing with Motown. People who sing Motown hits. Then when someone else sings those same hits who are not Motown, they become bigger stars. So it happens both ways. Not tea. But anyway, so I said, what about him? He had to sit and think about it. He's like, you know who Aquaman looks like, right? He goes, yeah. And he's playing Aquaman. Yeah. Where's the outrage? Fish? That's how his face was. Okay. See that's how his face was like. Oh shit. Oh my god. I didn't think about that. Everybody loves that. Maybe he was the right character for the right part at the right time. Who knows? I don't know. But anyway, I mean, checking off boxes for clout is fine. Do I care about it? The answer is no. I'll give you an example. Scarlett Johansson. Scarlett Johansson. Okay. Everybody knows who Scarlett Johansson is. She played Black Widow in the Iron Man 2 movie that she debuted in. Jon Favreau, the guy who's running the Mandalorian now, the guy who created the Mandalorian and ran it, he played Happy Hogan. Happy Hogan was a boxer. In Iron Man 2, if you remember the movie, they went in to try to go to this lab. He's punching, using boxing moves against these guys. They're just looking out, and she's whipping people left and right with her martial arts because she knows where to strike, how to strike, and how hard to strike them. She was training as an assassin, so she knows how to do it. While he beat up one or two people, she took out a whole floor. Is it possible? Yeah. See, the thing is, if you get punched by Mike, see, regular person who box, if you box and you punch somebody, 9 times 10, you ain't knocking that person out. If you're Mike Tyson or Evander Holyfield, that guy's out. One punch, two. One punch, boom. Not like One Punch Man, but one punch, you know. One punch! But anyway. But anyway, you see the idea. There was a movie called Ghost in the Shell, which is based off the anime and manga. Over here, oh my god, why is she playing this person? An Asian person should be placing it. An Asian person. Okay, problem was there wasn't that many Asian stars here that could be popular enough to carry this movie. I'm not saying they're not. I mean, Michelle Yeoh, she'll probably be busy, but she's older. I can't think of anybody else right now who could actually play the part. But the fun thing is that they interviewed Japanese people on the street. They didn't give a shit. They made a movie and Ghost in the Shell. Awesome, that'd be cool. Scarlett Johansson. Oh, that's cool. She's a great actress. But over here, oh my god. Hellboy. They remade the Hellboy movie. You know, it's not as good as a Ron Perlman Hellboy, but it was pretty cool. One of the characters was an Asian character. Originally it was being played by some other non-Asian. He didn't realize it was. He didn't. He said, "Oh, I got chosen with this character. Okay, cool." People complained about it. People complained about it. So then after a while, he looked and said, thought about it. He bowed out of the movie, and an Asian character picked up the spot, which I know who the guy is, but I don't remember where you see him from. Was it Daniel Day Kim? Maybe it was. But he's a really good actor, and he played the part very well. So it happens to both sides. You know, the thing is that sometimes when it comes to representation, if you do it with purest intentions, it goes off pretty well. But if you're doing it just to do it, it may fall flat. Now, would Tim Drake would be any less than the character? No. No, he's no less Tim Drake than you saw before a long time ago. He's the same Tim Drake that found out Bruce Wayne was Batman. He's the same Tim Drake that blackmailed Batman into training him to become Robin. He's the same Tim Drake who tried to take over as Batman when Batman disappeared. He's the same Tim Drake who became Red Robin. He's the same Tim Drake that dated Spoiler. The only difference is now he's has an alternative lifestyle. That's the only thing is. Now the question is how they do about it. It's a different story. Just because that person, look at Iceman. That was out of left field. Because guess what? You take established characters, you give them that alternative lifestyle. Guess what? They're perceived. You get the initial outrage, but they're perceived a lot better because they're established. Now, to tell you the truth, Iceman is one of the most powerful mutants in the X-Men. Just as powerful as Magneto and Storm, but the thing is, he's a goofball. He's always been a goofball because when he was first introduced to Iceman in X-Men #1, he was a teenager. And he played the pranks and the jokes and all this stuff. And he's the same way now. The only thing is that he's an alternative lifestyle character. Did anybody stop reading X-Men because of that? No. Are people not reading Marauders because he's part of the Marauders comic? No. They're still reading it. So what's the difference? But anyway, it's okay to like what you like and dislike what you like. It's okay. But the problem is that maybe it's a little bit overboard. Maybe? I don't know. Let me know down below. Let me know what you're thinking down below. And if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, give me a thumbs down. Like, comment, subscribe. Share with your friends, family, enemies, and a random bus boy. Okay. Or bus girl. Share it with the homeless man down the street. Share it with the astronaut in the sky. Hell, send it to the aliens out there who look at Earth and says, should we invade this place or not? Well, let's wait in a couple of years. All right. With that being said, thank you very much and have a great day.